Hello, my name is Dylan Clark, and here is my presentation on selective mutism. I hope to explain what selective mutism is, the confusion surrounding it, and possible strategies you could use to overcome it. The spark or idea from my topic selection came from the experience I had in grade 6. Each Year 6 student was paired with a prep buddy for the year to help with their transition to school and to assist when needed. My buddy refused to speak in the classroom, although was quite comfortable doing so outside on the playground. This memory came flooding back on a recent placement where a student in my class appeared to exhibit characteristics of selective mutism, although no real obvious considerations were made in the classroom. Selective mutism is a misunderstood and often misdiagnosed childhood disorder. It is defined by the continual failure to speak in social situations where speech is expected, such as in the classroom, despite speaking in other situations. Selective mutism is considered the action of coping with the anxiety and is not a choice the student makes. It has recently been classed as an anxiety disorder. Selective mutism is said to occur more in girls than in boys. Currently in Australia, 1 in 140 students are diagnosed with selective mutism. However, research fears these numbers are possibly greater than that, as they are symptoms of selective mutism often appear when students begin school, with school being the setting they are uncomfortable in. It is often the teacher that plays the important role in identifying the possible symptoms of selective mutism. Therefore, it is suggested that teachers should take the responsibility of making sure they are up to date with the complexities of the disorder. This may help the disorder be identified more quickly and treated more rapidly. However, another study found teachers hold misconceptions of selective mutism and admit they have little knowledge of it despite the number of years teaching experience. Furthermore, it was found 2 out of 3 teachers did not know that selective mutism is classified as an anxiety disorder. It was suggested that as early year teachers hold an important role in being able to recognise the early signs, often these teachers are less qualified and have less experience than those working in the other year levels. It was hinted that if whole school professional development is not possible in selective mutism, it is crucial it occurs for the younger year teachers. Hence, this all shows why we must have some knowledge of what can be done to assist students with this condition. The core strategy to assist with selective mutism is to reduce the anxiety. If this is reduced, the return of speech is more likely. A number of general techniques to do this were found throughout the literature read and included strategical seating and selective mute child with a friend or similar peer in an effort to make them feel more at ease. Allow them to come into the classroom ahead of others so that they have time to process the daily schedule and have belongings out ahead of the lesson starting. This allows them to know what is coming and to put ease the anxiety. Use repetitive lesson structure each day so it becomes routine and easy to predict what is coming. Practicing class meditation and breathing techniques are also recommended. Some more specific literature techniques include using mnemonics, as it has been demonstrated it can reduce the stress of remembering new vocabulary. Mnemonics is a learning technique that helps retain information such as using generalized rules such as I before E, except after C, or acronyms like big elephant can always understand small elephants to remind students how to spell the word because. Strategically chosen pairs should be encouraged during language acquisition activities, as a close friend may help reduce anxiety and even assist promote speech. Finally, and most importantly, building a relationship with the child can help put fears at ease. Finding out their interests can provide a connection and possible conversation starters, reading and writing suggestions, and maybe eventually help promote speech. A second strategy is to promote the use of speech wherever possible. General techniques to do this include appropriate planning and use of open-ended questions that require the selectively mute child to perhaps make a choice and give more information than just yes or no. Being prepared to allow thinking time for up to 10 seconds so the student has time to pause and overcome the anxiety, yet have time to answer. Talking directly to the child, and though not always expecting a verbal reply, encourage non-verbal cues like nodding, thumbs up, or the use of prompt cards, and to then react in the same way as if the response had been spoken. Some more explicit literature techniques suggested are the use of imaginative play, as this usually provides a calm setting with resources. Selectively mute students are usually familiar with that may just assist promote talk and others with other students. Activities using music and songs can prompt singing and chances for selectively mute students to use their voice. Other studies have suggested the use of animals in the classroom can be a key to promote speech. It was recommended a class pet such as a dog, as results show selectively mute students are keen to instruct the dog such as sit, and this enables them to speak, usually without them realizing they are doing so. The third strategy is that of self-modeling. This is where the student is offered a device such as an iPad or computer, and they use it to record themselves speaking or completing a task in a comfortable, non-threatening setting such as a quiet corner in the classroom or at home. The recording can then be listened to and used as though they were speaking live to the class. Such a technique allows others to hear what they have to say, so when they do speak it does not come as such a shock. Furthermore, allows a selectively mute student to hear their own voice. It could be used in all subject areas for assistance. The student could record themselves reading aloud and they verbally answering questions about what they've read, or record themselves presenting a short presentation on the topic which demonstrates both their writing and speaking skills. For maths, they could use it to record their explanation and answer to a maths problem, to show their reasoning for the use of a particular strategy, or to correspond with the teacher and point out what they are confused with. This can be easily assessed, or the entire class would be offered the same platform as a way of showing their work so that it is even further inclusive. In conclusion, hopefully my presentation has shown the need for teachers to be better understand this condition and has provided some strategies for how to best make appropriate adjustments for selective mute students, as classrooms today often involve discussions with peers in order to clarify their thinking and learning. It is evident students with the condition need assistance as soon as possible in order to lessen the effect it could have on communication skills and academic achievement. Here are some of the references used in my presentation that were not used in the written component. Thank you for watching my presentation.